Musketeers, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing something a little different and out of my comfort zone. I wanted to come at you with a DIY for Spooktober. I've done a DIY on my channel before. I've done some food ones, I've done the slime video, but those are more trending things and following a recipe. This is something that I made up, and honestly it's super budget, and I don't know, it's easy to do if you want to do it. I don't know if anyone would want to do it. Maybe you want to step it up. But anyways, this craft is a wreath. I decided to make two types of wreaths, one for generic fall and one that's very Halloween specific. The way that I made them was with cardboard and tape and glue. So almost everyone here has those in their household or can get those pretty easily. So instead of being all crafty with skills and money, I thought I'd literally find things that I had around the house, and I had these at work and at my house. The only thing I bought were the decorations. So I'm going to show you them before I show you the video so you can see what you're getting yourself into by watching. But I think they turned out really cute. Look how cute! Here's what I made in the video. So if you can see, the back is just cardboard, and I just went to the 99-cent store and got all this stuff. Here's my generic fall one that's kind of, you know, can stand up there from like September through November, early December. And then this next one is gonna get glitter all over my bed, but this next one is very specific to Halloween, and it's cute. It's much larger, so much larger, but it's just very Halloween-y with ghosts and skeletons and spiders. So this one's a little bit more October central, but I just thought they were fun. So if you want to see how you can make a wreath out of things that are already in your house, keep watching.
You will need cardboard, tulle, leaves or something for decoration, more decorations, hot glue, glue sticks, scissors, and ribbon. Okay, so to cut out my perfect Mickey circles, I chose to trace bowls and plates that I had in this house. Once I did that, I then used a method, which you'll see in a second, to cut out just a ring of them, which actually left me with another set of Mickey heads. So it's kind of like a twofer. So I used the bigger one for my wreath that is not in this video, and I used these cutouts to cut out even smaller holes to make this smaller wreath. This could actually be like Inception of wreaths, and you could just keep making wreaths until it's too tiny. Alright, so I'm going to show you how to cut it out, and I actually forgot some tools you need. You're going to need an X-Acto knife or scissors, and lastly, a pen or pencil. So take your pen or pencil and just make a circle. Keep circling until you find a good width of how big you want your wreath. I learned this method from the Disney Animation Academy at Disneyland. So do this with all three of them, then try and match them up. And your goal is to make each of the circles rings kind of the same size. Now, I know you could go to the craft store and buy rings, but honestly, I was trying to do this as lazy as possible. Once you got your sizing down, take your X-Acto knife carefully, or have a parent take your X-Acto knife, and trace around where you want the cutout to be. I had some difficulty doing my first one, so it was helpful to flip it over and find where the impression was made and try and cut it out from both sides. Now this is a very boring process to watch, so I'm going to speed it up real quick for the next one that you're going to see. Once they're all cut out, use some scissors to trim them and make sure they look all pretty. And now it's time to decorate. So I got this tool and stuff from the 99-cent store, and I'm just cutting it at a random length. Then I'm going to be cutting it lengthwise, so I have two long strips. You can really use anything for this step. The purpose of this is to just cover the cardboard, because in case there's any blank spaces in between any of the decorations you're putting on, there's something that's still peeking out from behind it. So once you cut the strips, hold the tool against the cardboard and wrap the next part around it a little bit so it kind of holds it in place. Then just continue to wrap around the entire ear till the whole thing's covered. You're going to notice that I'm kind of working with it as I go. Sometimes it gets folded over and I want to pull it out a little bit more. I just wanted to make sure it went all the way around. So once it reaches all the way around, you're going to want to glue it to the cardboard and glue it together. But because it's like a tooly mesh, the glue is going to go through the holes. So what I did was I put a little dabble of glue, then I tried to dry it a little bit with my hand, and then I blew on it. And then once it's kind of tacky, not super sticky and hot, I pushed it together. And don't push too hard because it'll just seep right through. But just hold it there for a minute and then gently place it down on the table so it can dry. Then repeat the same thing with the other two rings. Also, there's lots of glitter all over my table and still all over my floor, even though I filmed this last week. So there's our guy. Grab out any decorations you want. I chose this garland of leaves, and I started cutting off the leaves, and then before I even start gluing them, I'm going to arrange them on the Mickey head. So my camera cuts out in a minute, but what I do is I just arrange them on the main part, and I actually end up gluing them onto the main part, but my camera cut out. So what you're seeing me now, after I've glued the main ring, I'm actually connecting the top 2 rings. I did put a dabble of hot glue in between the top 2 ear rings and the main head ring, but I didn't think it was sturdy enough, so I just grabbed some packing tape, which, add that to the list of supplies you need, and I used it as a reinforcement. All right, going back on here, I cut the other leaves in half for the little ears, so then I organized them in the colors that I wanted, and now I'm just gluing them on. Be careful, hot glue is obviously hot, and I definitely burned myself along this process, but as you can see, it's super easy. I'm just gluing them on, and you're pretty much almost done. Once it's done, flip it over and you're going to tape on some ribbon. I just chose some orange ribbon, and I would tape it to the head part and the ears part so that they don't flop at all, but I just reinforced it with some packing tape and called it a day. Alrighty, here's the final product. I love it. I didn't end up adding the glittery pumpkins, but that's okay. And here's my other version, which I'm going to add the decorations to separately, which you've already seen.
I hope you enjoyed this video. It was really fun for me to make, and honestly, these are completely customizable. You can make them for whatever season or theme or topic, whatever you want to do. And like I said, it was just things that I had around the house. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!
Dee's extra magic moments. Dee's extra magic moments.
So here's my super budget. So budget.